So guys, in today's video, we're gonna see about the access specifiers. So let's understand what is the use of access specifiers and how it is applied. So we will apply this for four of the access specifier while coding. Okay. So at the end, we will take one program to understand all these four access specifiers. So basically, access specifier plays very important role while performing the operation on a variables, method, or the classes and etc. It can be said as the can you tell me something about the modifiers in the Java? So in this way, interviewer can ask you the question about this thing. So in other words, it is used to restrict the access. So we can restrict the access to the methods, to the classes and the variables in a different way. So basically there are the four types of access specifier. First one is the private, default, protected and public. These are the four. So let's understand private. So basically it apply to the global variable, method, constructor and the inner class only. Global variable are those variable which is declared inside the class but outside the method. That are the global variables where private access specifier can be applied to that. Second one is the methods. To method can be private, constructor it can be also private and the inner class can be private. Inner class means a class inside the class, that is the inner class, that can be private. Okay, outermost class cannot be private. So here I have written second point, class cannot be private means the outermost class cannot be private. Okay, so it can access within the class only, not outside the class, because everything which we make private inside a class can be accessible inside that class only. We can't access that private things into the another class or outside the package, as its scope is very limited. And local variables cannot be private. Local variables are those variable which is declared inside the method, that cannot be private. Okay, now so let's understand this private access specifier in the coding format. So okay, so here I have one class with name demo. So what the first point says, it applied to the constructor. Okay, let me create the constructor. So in the Java we create the constructor, right? We private and demo. This is the constructor. It can be, yes, it can be private. As you can see, constructor name is same as the class name. Okay, and I have written the private and the constructor. Yeah, it can be private. Now what the second point says, second point says it can be applied to the global variables. So let me define one global variable, a string str equals to programmers. Okay, now let me make it private. Semicolon is missing over here. Fine. Now you can see I have a global variable which is declared inside the, declared or initialized inside the class but outside the method. Global variable can be also private. Okay, now the third thing, inner class can be private. So let me create one more class inside this class. So here private class test and this one. Boom. Okay, so the inner class can be private. This is also satisfied. Now it says the methods can be private. So yeah, let's create one method. So private. Okay, void m1. Now see, okay, what it says. Okay, method as the body. Now you can see I have created one m1 method and it is also private. So this four the points has been satisfied. Now yeah, this point, class cannot be private. Class cannot be private means outermost class. So as of now it is public. So let me see if it is possible. Here you can see it is giving me the error because illegal modifier for the class demo, only public abstract and final are permitted over here, right? So outermost class cannot be private, it can be final public. Okay, or abstract. So let me press Ctrl Z. Now this is also satisfied. Now it can access within the class only, not outside the class. If we try to access this a constructor or this m1 method, okay, this class, this m1 method or this constructor or this variable outside this class, it is not possible to access, because the limitation of this four of the things, it's inside these blocks only, right? Now local variables cannot be private, so let me declare one local variable inside the method, like str int and one equals Indian one. Okay, now let me make it private if it is possible. Here you can see it is giving me the error, illegal modifier for the parameter n1, only final is permitted, so this local variable cannot be private. So fourth point, it is satisfied. Now coming to the default, it applied to the global variable, okay, local variable, fine, constructor, okay, method, inner class and outer class as well. Here one thing is added, the default access specifier or the modifier can be applied to the outermost class as well. Now it can be accessed within the same package only. Okay, same package, understand? Same package means, suppose I have two classes, demo and methods, and if I want to access anything that is default inside this, I can access that part inside the methods. We will check that part. Okay, now when the access specifier is not specified, then it will be treated as a default members. No need to use keyword default like private. So if I want to make this class as a default, no need to use default keyword, same we have used for the private. So if I try to give like this, it means this inner class is default class, this m1 method is also default m1 method, and this construct is also default, and string variable global variable is also default. So no need to write the default keyword before declaring anything inside the class, right? Now let's access this part. It can be accessible within the same package. So let me clear you with this point. So what I will do, I will try to access this m1 method, okay, inside this. So what I will do here, I will try to create one object of that what we can say, demo class. So demo d equals to new demo, and now I will try to access d dot m1. Here you can see I can access the m1 method which is default inside this demo class. So I have one demo class which is inside this core.java package. I have a method class which is also inside the core.java package. So what I am doing here, I am calling this m1 method which is default inside the method class. So this point is also satisfied, like it can be accessed within the same package. So whatever thing which is default, okay, not the public, not the private, not the protected, then it is the default. So that can be accessible within the same package to the classes. Okay, now coming to the protected one, it can be applied to constructor, global variables, inner class and the methods, same as the private one. Okay, same as the private one, but what is, it can be applied to the local variables as well and the outer class as well, the outer class. So let's see global variable, local variable. Can I make it proctected? To the local variables and the outer class, it cannot be private. So this one, let's try. No, it cannot be applied. Okay, now the second, it is accessible within the same package and also possible into another package if inheritance is happened while calling. So protected one is same as the default one, but we can access the protected one inside this, outside this package as well, if this demo class is inherited inside that class. So we will see that part in the inheritance. There are the four oops concept in that part we can consider. We will see that. Okay, now public. So it applied to class, method, constructor, global variable, static variable, inner class, outer class, anywhere. It can be accessed anywhere in the class, outside the class, or the same package, or the different package, or anywhere in the project. Okay, local variables cannot be public because they have limited scope within the method only. So what will happen? This is the variable. It cannot be public because the scope of this n1 variable is for this method only. That's why it cannot be public, right? We make it public, then getting the error illegal modifier of the parameter. We can apply default access specifier or final on the local variables only. Okay guys, so you must understand what is the use of access specifier and how it is applied. So in the next upcoming videos, what is the actual use of protected, what is the actual use of default, private and the public one. Okay, so hope you understand the access specifier in the proper way. If you have any kind of doubt, any kind of questions, please try to tell me in the comment section. And yeah, you will find these notes in my Telegram channel. The Telegram channel name is the Brogrammers only. Try to search on the Telegram Brogrammers. You will get all the notes that we have taught in today. Okay, thank you.